Hi there, welcome back to my channel Educate with Milanjis. Fundamental duties stressed on the point that citizens should become conscious that in addition to the enjoyment of rights, they also have certain duties to perform as well. So today, let's study about all these fundamental duties mentioned in the Indian Constitution. Before we go any further, if you had not subscribed my channel, please do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon for getting the notifications of my upcoming videos too. Also, like the video if you feel that the content was good and comment in the comment section for any further clarification. So without any further waiting, let's move on to our topic. First of all, let's look into the history of fundamental duties in Indian Constitution. Though the rights and duties of the citizens are correlative and inseparable, the original constitution contained only the fundamental rights and not the fundamental duties. Later, in 1976, 10 fundamental duties of the citizens were added in the Indian Constitution. In 2002, one more fundamental duty was added. The fundamental duties in the Indian Constitution are inspired by the Constitution of the erstwhile USSR. Notably, none of the constitutions of the major democratic countries like USA, Canada, France, Germany, Australia, and so on specifically contain a list of duties for the citizens. Japanese constitution is perhaps the only democratic constitution in the world which contains a list of duties for its citizens. First of all, let's study in detail about the SWARAN committee, which recommended the addition of fundamental duties in the Indian Constitution. In 1976, the Congress Party set up the Sardar Swaran Singh Committee to make recommendations about the fundamental duties, the need and necessity of which was felt during the operation of the internal emergency during 1975 to 1977. The committee recommended the inclusion of a separate chapter on fundamental duties in the Constitution. The Congress government at the center accepted these recommendations and enacted the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act in 1976. This amendment added a new part, namely Part 4A, to the Constitution. This part consists of only one article, that is Article 51A, which for the first time specified a code of 10 fundamental duties for the citizens. Now let's examine the features of the fundamental duties in India. Some of them are moral duties, while others are civic duties. For instance, cherishing noble ideals of freedom struggle is a moral precept, and respecting the Constitution, national flag and national anthem is a civic duty. They refer to such values which have been a part of the Indian tradition, mythology, religion and practices. In other words, they essentially contain just a codification of tasks integral to the Indian way of life. Unlike some of the fundamental rights which extend to all persons, whether citizens or foreigners, the fundamental duties are confined to citizens only and do not extend to the foreigners. Like the DPSP or the directive principles, the fundamental duties are also non-justiciable. The Constitution does not provide for their direct enforcement by the courts. The fundamental duties are considered to be significant for any country because of the following reasons. They serve as a reminder to the citizens that while enjoying their rights, they should also be conscious of their duties they owe to their country, their society, and to their fellow citizens. They serve as a warning against the anti-national and anti-social activities like the burning of national flag, destroying public property and so on. They also serve as a source of inspiration for the citizens and promote a sense of discipline and commitment among them. They create a feeling that citizens are not mere spectators, but they are an active participant in the realization of the national goals. They can be enforceable by law. Hence, the Parliament can provide for the imposition of appropriate penalty or punishment for the failure to fulfill any of them. According to Article 51A, it shall be the duty of every citizen of India to abide by the Constitution and respect its ideals and institutions, the national flag and the national anthem, to cherish and follow the noble ideas that inspired the national struggle for freedom, to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India, to defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so. To promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic and regional or sectional diversity, and to renounce practices of derogatory to the dignity of women. To value and preserve the rich heritage of the country's composite culture. To protect and improve the natural environment including forests, lakes, rivers and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. To develop scientific temper, humanism and the spirit of inquiry and reform. To safeguard public property and to abjure violence. To strive for excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity so that the nation constantly rises to the higher levels of endeavor and achievement. And finally, to provide opportunities for education to his children or ward between the age of 6 and 14 years. This duty was added by the 86th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2002. Today, we had learned about what are fundamental duties, what are the various fundamental duties mentioned in the Indian Constitution, the various features of fundamental duties and its significance for any country. I hope you all liked the video. Please do subscribe my channel and keep supporting me with your likes and comments. Till we meet with a new topic, auf Wiedersehen.